Can you type in intermission?
If you please.
This is just what is it that you want to do?
Do you think you're funny? That's what I like to know.
This is
Intermission.
That's Errol.
Anything on anybody's mind?
That's Errol's voice. Intermission. We're here with our intermission guest today, Anna Petricel. Anna, my apologies for misspelling your name.
That's all right, Paul. I understand.
Oh,
It's fine.
I won't.
Zing!
I won't misspell it on the
Credits.
on the internet.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
credits.
Yeah.
Credits.
As long as the internet knows what my real name is, that's fine.
That's the hope.
Better.
Nick, I don't know if you and Anna have met.
I have met her a couple times.
At least 3 or 4.
At least 3 or 4.
I am behind. All right.
Oh, that's okay.
Do you want to sign frame,
Oh,
Nick?
I'm in the frame now. Is
Anna,
better?
you're fine.
Better? Okay.
Well, thanks so much for coming on. Are you? I have you on for a comedy day. So, what is your opinion on comedy? I guess, or I guess not opinion, but are you?
My opinion on
Are you a
comedy
connoisseur of stand-up comedy?
is that it is good.
Oh, that's good.
It's a good start. I agree.
I mean, yeah, comedy as a whole, as a genre, is, I would say, amusing. I think
that's
it's the
good.
nature of comedy. I think we have a pretty good stand-up troupe here at UMBC. I love Dog Collar. My roommate actually, shout out to Rebecca Hill, the president of Dog Collar.
Oh,
who
didn't know
is-
she was the president. That's fun. Good for her.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Nice.
They do a really amazing job. I heard that they got a couple new members.
6 actually.
6, did they?
Our own
Wow.
Hannah Carter, along with Joey Skronsky.
Really?
I know.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their next show should be pretty interesting. And I actually did recognize some of the segments that you were playing earlier, even though you guys had never heard of them before.
I don't know if we've ever heard of them before.
They're pretty common. I like them.
Ooh.
They're pretty interesting.
Ooh. Who would you say
We
is
need to
your?
catch up, huh, Parker?
Yeah, apparently. Who would you say is your favorite comedian this year?
Of the year?
Not of the year. I'm like, you know how kind of musical tastes go back and forth. Like
You go through like a phase.
Yeah. Would you
I'm
say
a pretty
you're-
big fan of Aziz Ansari this year.
I'm sorry. Phase. Okay.
Not sure if y'all have heard, but he won an Emmy this year.
He did.
Ooh.
He did.
For,
It's really exciting.
for
What was
writing?
it for?
For Master of None.
Oh, love that
Love
show.
that
Good
show.
stuff.
It's on Netflix,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's really good. It's really
It
exciting.
is.
It's not like his best stand-up material, but it's a really well-written show, and it's got its really great elements. Also, big fan of John Mulaney, and he's
Oh, yeah.
really excellent.
Uh-huh. Yeah. With Aziz, a Master of None isn't really. It doesn't come off to me as so much like a stand-up. It's just a good story. It's like a fun.
It's definitely a
Yeah.
good story, but there's
Personal
definitely
story.
like comedic bits into it.
Oh,
And
yes,
I feel
there
like I
are.
relate to it personally, just because like he talks about like the immigrant experience, and he talks about it in such a comedic and like dark, humorous way, and I'm just like, I get you, man. I get
Yeah.
where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good episode. I like that.
Speaking of John Mulaney, have you heard of the show Documentary Now?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen it?
I have indeed.
Are you watching second season? You know there's a second season on
haven't
right
had
now?
a chance yet, Peter
Oh.
Parker, but I will.
Oh.
It's so good. Yeah, 'cause John
Zing.
Mulaney is a
Again?
John Mulaney is a writer for that show, and that stuff. Again, it's not just pure stand-up comedy, but it's really interesting to see these stand-up comedians as they get bigger branch out into other types of comedy.
I agree.
I guess more on your life, Anna. How long do you think you'll start until you start doing stand-up?
Until I do stand up.
Yeah, can you see that in your future?
No. I'm definitely
Oh.
not the funniest person that I know.
Oh, okay. That's
I
fair.
my particular brand of comedy just involves staring deadpan at people and then just speaking with no emotion. Pennywise.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. She's referencing characters. Is that
Oh.
correct? Yeah.
You right.
I'm tired. Yeah, there are different characters we've been, mainly from Barefoot in the Park. Well, who's Pennywise from?
Pennywise is Urinetown.
Urinetown, I thought
I
so.
started
I
with
thought
Barefoot
so.
in the Park.
Yeah. You told me that. You were like, we're going to do Barefoot in the Park. And I was like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, do you, so you've acted in some comedy. How's that? How do you, have you worked much with, in terms of using lines to try to perfect that, comedic timing?
A little bit. I think I like speaking them aloud to people and seeing which kind of timing works best.
Uh-huh.
So in general, I'll run lines with someone who is generally funnier than I am and say, does this timing work better? Does this timing work better? And then they'll tell me this timing works better, or this time that when you did that was really funny. And I was like, that's great, amazing. I'll just try and play around with the character and see what works best.
That's awesome. Now, when you say someone who's funnier than you, how do you judge that?
How do I judge that? If the person tends to make me laugh until I cry, then that person's funnier than I am.
That's right. And do you think they? I guess this is kind of a heavy question. Do you think comedy is an innate thing that you're born with, or do you think people have the opportunity to kind of, through their experiences or through their upbringing, learn how to be funny?
And can they train to be funny?
Yeah.
People can definitely train to be funny. I think that's the whole. I think that's a really cool thing about some of the groups on campus is that they kind of teach you how to be funny in a way. Like, you can become part of a theater group and you can do some comedy and you can learn how to be funny because you're handed a script that's funny and told be a funny person, or you become part of Dog Collar and you were funny that one time and now you have to learn how to be funny in all situations, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing to, you know, there are definitely people who do it better than others, but that kind of, I think some people also would say that you're just naturally funny. You know, you have those people that are just like, oh, I'm just naturally funny, and it's like, wow, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, and I think versatility is really hard too. Like, I think, especially in like Dog Collar, because they always have like these different styles, and like each one's like a different character or whatever. It just seems really hard to like be different kinds of funny. Like, you can be a straight man in one skit and be like super kooky in the next one, and like, I don't know, just like, and like accents are so hard.
Yeah,
They're so hard. Can you do so many accents? But they're all like funny and
By
stuff.
practicing and listening to other people.
It's
straight
I guess
imitation.
so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
And accents, it's tough because are you laughing at the accent, or are you laughing at what the person is doing in the accent? You know,
Oh, yeah.
like, you don't want to just say, oh, I'm using a British accent, so I'm funny now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to kind of like craft it into being funny. You can't just make it the accent. You know?
Right.
There's just always like lots of different like facets to a joke in general.
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, everyone thinks of it as comedy, that's easy, but there's definitely a huge art form.
Comedy is definitely one of the most difficult art forms. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The timing of it's really precise. We're about out of time. Nick, do you have any questions for Anna?
I have one.
Uh-huh.
So you said Rebecca Hill is a good friend of yours, and apparently
She is.
like the president of Dog Collar, right?
Absolutely.
Now, are you going to challenge her and go out on your own and make a comedy troupe on campus and try to oust her as #1 comedy monopoly person?
I would never dream of doing such a
Ah.
thing to the sweet,
Damn.
sweet cinnamon roll that is Rebecca Hill.
Yeah.
Do you have that aspiration, Nick?
Do you have such an aspiration?
No, I was just kind of hoping someone else could, and then I could like ride in their wake as like VP of that.
You're like, yeah, do it.
that
You
new-
just want to ride on my
Good job.
coattails?
Kind of, yeah.
That
Nick,
seems
Nick's
a
a
bit
very good
rude.
follower.
I'm not rude. No,
That's a
like no,
little
you'd be
rude.
up there, and like it'd be great. I'd support you.
Nick
but
wouldn't
I'd
be-
also be like a solid #2. Or
Nick wouldn't be taking the
3
fame.
or 4.
You wouldn't. You're not in it for the
Yeah,
fame, are you?
yeah. Honestly, like
You're just in it for the following.
exactly, yeah.
He's a good follower.
Yeah, I am a good follower. That's how I got in SEB. I said I was a good follower, and they thought that was good and funny, and I got in.
They said we need sheep, so come be one of our sheep.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what they say
I really feel
in
like
the boardroom.
no group on campus could possibly replace Dog Collar at this point.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Well, that's
to-
why you guys should fight for it, like 2 big groups.
I mean, like what I have seen other campuses doing is like the mime thing, where they
Oh.
they have mime groups, but I'm not sure if UBC is like ready for that
I don't.
yet.
I don't know. I've not heard of that.
I don't know. I
Are
mean,
we ready for mimes?
I don't think we are, because clowns are a big, terrifying thing right now.
Clowns
They
are
are. They
terrifying.
keep showing up in the woods.
Yeah, they do. I
thought
think we
that-
really need to get.
I think we should
Get-
just bury them in our basements.
We gotta,
personally.
yes, and we really need to wrangle this clown problem before we bring mimes to everyone. Because you know that, like, there's gonna, once mimes start up too close to clowns, then they're both gonna be a problem. 'Cause
Right.
that's just
That's
gonna
true.
That's just gonna be a real bad thing for everyone.
That's true. TheaterCom's trying to do their own new startup comedy with FNL.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. That's
It's
very
not
true.
as much startup comedy as it is our nice little modified version of Friday Night Live.
Yeah.
And-
Saturday Night Live.
Yes,
'Cause it's
Saturday
called
Night
Friday
Live, absolutely.
It's pretty subtle. It's a pretty subtle
It's
reference.
a subtle reference. If you guys haven't seen the promotional material yet, but it's even subtler there.
It's not the
Yeah.
same font or anything.
It's definitely not the same font or anything. I definitely didn't work really hard to make sure that it looked exactly the same. Yeah, no, it's sketch comedy. It's done based exactly off of Saturday Night Live. We have the news segment and everything. We have
Oh, that's
music
awesome.
in the middle and everything. We're gonna try and get local bands from the area to come and perform, and it's gonna be great.
Are there ways people can get involved if they want to?
Absolutely. If you still want to write for the show, we are still accepting submissions. You just have to email us like super quickly. If you just search on Facebook like UMBC TheaterCom, our page will pop up and my name will pop up and you can send me a message.
Oh.
I'm the person in charge of all of that and it's great.
And her
That
name will
sounds
be
very
spelled correctly.
Yes,
And
it will.
More importantly, Pedro here has misspelled my name,
Yeah.
so my name will be spelled correctly there.
That's right.
And then
Make
you
sure
can
of that.
find out about all the other cool events that we're doing. We're doing one this weekend too, and there'll be lots of comedic ones in there as well. We're doing 24-hour Playfest. So if you're not willing to commit to Friday Night Live,
Nick, I need to talk to you about that. I'm trying to get Nick Carter in on it too.
what?
You did it 2 years ago.
I did. Well, was it 2?
Yes, it was, because it didn't happen
Because
last
it didn't
year.
happen last year, so you must have done it 2 years
We
ago.
don't like talking
No, I
about
thought
that.
it was 3. I thought it was 3 because I thought we did a freshman year. Or did we not?
We also did a freshman year, but you did it 2 years ago. Because 2 years ago, you were in a play with me,
Yes.
the Nerf play.
Yes.
Oh, that was definitely 2 years
And then-
ago. I remember that.
3 years
Okay.
ago, we also did one with Arrow, when Arrow was around.
Okay. Yep. No, you pointed up towards the sky. Errol McGawhead is not dead, by the way, everyone. Yeah. He did used to go to this institution and no longer does, but he is not dead.
Yes,
I promise.
fairly noted.
Is he just like flying? Is he on
Well, in a
plane?
way, he's seen a lot of death. Recently, he's an EMT now,
Yes,
right?
he's a certified EMT.
That does
and
not mean we point to the sky.
No, that's
That's
fair.
a pretty universal symbol for death.
Dead. Yeah, it is.
Unless, of course, he is a certified flight attendant
Yeah, I was about to
or
say,
a
when-
pilot.
He would not be. He might be a good pilot. He would not be a good flight attendant. He'd have to
No.
talk to people. And
He gets very surly with the
yeah,
common
he
folk.
doesn't like
With the common
interaction.
The common folk.
That would make him an excellent E EMT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
they're dying, so he doesn't have to worry about them like talking to him.
Right. No, they're not all dying. Sometimes they're just old. I think.
Well,
I guess old people
what
are
he's
dying.
told me about, the most of them are like gross drug addict people, because that's
Oh.
usually what inhabits our county of
In
Cecil County.
Cecil County.
Yeah.
Bunch of
But-
meth heads and heroin users.
Yes. Yeah, pretty
Where
much.
is
Yeah.
Cecil County?
All right. So Cecil County is like the northeast corner of Maryland. So
Ah.
like the part where Pennsylvania, and Delaware, and Maryland meet in that corner there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yep, that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Well, Anna, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, Parsley, for inviting me.
I kind of want to see how far this could go.
Oh, she
It's
could take
pretty
it,
fun.
like,
I
forever.
have a list.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
guarantee it.
Good stuff.